Alright, let's go. This is LL versus Manu in my Nomad Express tournament. It's a group stage and then very small groups, 3 and 4 players, but whoever wins each group gets to play the loser of the bracket or group below. So it's kind of a challenge system just to get the winners more matches and also the losing group player to give a chance to play against the bracket winner from below for hopefully somewhat balanced return matches. So this is Celts versus Japanese. We could actually have a quick look at the draft here if it's linked, which I think it might be. Here it is. To see what they banned. Lithuanians, Vietnamese, Spanish. Spanish always get banned. It's so annoying to play against on Nomad. Franks banned. It's a bit surprising. And then there's Persians. And as for the picks, Manu with the Koreans, Burmese, Japanese, Malians. So they do get Malians here. And LL with the Poles, Berbers, Vikings, and Celts. Poles, I just played Poles. I kind of like them for Nomad. So not too shabby. Berbers usually would mean unique unit. They are by Vikings, naval control, Celts, Wang-style siege pushers. Options here for sure. Let's see how this plays out. The players start off comfortably far away from each other here. I do like Manu's place better, as even though LL has, with the Celts here, has the gold right not next to home base, that's hard to deny for Manu. There's just all options of expansions here: north, south, west, east. South not so much maybe, but northwest, east for Manu here to extend and expand as the game goes on. Found a couple of sheep to scout with. They're docking quite close to each other though, so we might see some naval action here. In which case I kind of favor Manu because of the stronger fishing ships. They're harder to kill, so you could focus more on the battles. And the general dock placements are good for both players. Slightly better for LL here with 3 deep fish right next to home base. Celts, however, they do collect wood more quickly, so that makes it easier to keep up production in the naval department as well. Loon kicking in here to more safely scout with villagers if need be, and to move out. A little bit of a palisade trick there to keep the boar away as well. Bring in the boars. 5 fish for LL. That could indicate a straight fast castle build here. Looks like that in the food department. There's also 2 docks, which means that LL, okay, not straight fast castle, wants to control water here. Makes sense as well. Japanese fishing ships, they have a faster work rate, so it's much easier, or Manu brings in food more quickly, which in return makes it easier to get to the castle age quickly and smoothly as well. Oh, last minute saving the villager there, not too bad. Didn't garrison these villagers, so many of these lumberjacks actually didn't toss out wood here. Barracks goes up. Does Manu want to go for scouts here on land? Or archers, sorry, archers. Japanese archers is what we might see here, and that's not too bad, honestly. Considering that LL is at the edge of the map, walling off with walls, that's not necessarily going to keep archers out. It's harder to quick wall archers' aggression out, and it's also easier to snipe villagers, arguably, with archers than with, for example, scouts. The naval aggression is on, but look at these Japanese fishing ships. Twice the hit points and some extra armor as well compared to these. You could compare 2 fish here, and you see the difference visually here. However, LL investing heavily on water, and it seems like Manu doesn't barely even wants to try to fight here. Does make a fire galley, but LL already has 2 out and has 2 more on the way. 3 fire galleys out now. I think Manu is going to have to give up on water. Focus on that faster castle age into crossbow siege maybe, and just push on land and capitalize on the fact that Celts aren't going for the straight castle age here. Of course, you're giving away the fish, you're giving away free food economy to LL, but still, it might be worthwhile to just give up on water now and go for castle age, and I think that is Manu's plan here. Blacks is stable actually, so not the archers after all, archer's crossbow. And like the mobility, allows for more fluent map control with the movement of the knights. And Japanese, they get fully upgraded knights in the Castle Age as well. Bloodlines, defense, everything. Oh, gotta put these guys back to work though. There's the Castle Age, LL, not too far behind actually. Brings in food from water here mainly. Did see a couple of farms as well. Here comes the blacksmith, already has the market, could sell stone potentially here and just get the gold for Castle Age that way. Celt's infantry moves faster as well, so it's easier to hold off your mounted units' aggression with the Celts, so to speak. See Manu expanding a bit here. Woodline up north, the gold still being taken here as well. We'll be able to produce a couple of knights once the Castle Age sets in. Bloodlines not in. Eco upgrades kicking in, going for the galleys now to maybe try and snipe the fire galleys, but I feel like LL has good control here. No more military being made on water. And understandably so for Manu, currently at 25 builders and with a somewhat weak Castle Age economy as a result of that. No farms, but has the berries next to the TC, which at least provides food income to keep producing villagers. LL actually just 40 seconds or so behind to the Castle Age here, so this looks already kind of looks like the Celts game, but anything could happen. So the Castle Age is in, knights are being made, and funnily enough, Manu is still open to the left side here. I doubt that Manu has the stable scouted. Did see the barracks, but probably expect some kind of archers crossbow aggression here. Manu takes the opportunity to scout a bit with the villager here. Will find that this might not be completely walled. May even try to redock in the south here to claim back water. There's only 5 fire galleys after all for LL here, but reacting to the knights nicely here. Manu's knights want to accomplish match as long as LL can house and palisade wall behind here. Ooh, but it's open on the other side, so Manu will get some aggression in here. That farm could easily be sniped. That's been there forever, basically. Double. Ooh, panic. Panic barracks going up here for LL. See, the range went up first, so LL was expecting archers and was ready to make skirmishes here. So that's on LL for not scouting properly. You see the redock up north from Manu not quite working out there. LL still in control of the naval situation, has made some spear in here, but will it be enough against this first wave of knights? After all, they don't have bloodlines. So they'll die more easily to the faster Celt Knights, but Celt Spears, sorry. LL, however, losing some HP, losing a villager there. The Eco KD is 5 to 3, but that's fishing ships, that's villagers, most likely. And it's evening out here now, 33 to 28 being the Eco situation here. LL is on stone, will be able to get the castle up, which presumably will be going up defensively around here. Actually, if you place the foundation here, you may not even need to house wall to keep the aggression out. Now, still open down south here. If Manu finds that, could still flood in the knights, but still, with the fish eco behind this, LL keeps an eco lead here. Lazy Lucretia, thanks for the follow. I mean, villagers going down here. The spear investment isn't enough. Pikeman is in, but without barely any spears to benefit from that. Another villager might go down. Nope, saves the life there. Goes in just in time. I guess LL will clean these up and be able to stabilize, and the castle should be going up soon enough. There's enough stone for it after all. Pike numbers increasing. I don't like that castle. I mean, it protects home TC, it protects the woodlands kind of, but I mean, it would be... Nah, I don't like that castle. It's... Could have been... With the pikes to defend now, that castle could have even gone up semi-offensively in the frontier, but... Well, it's up anyway. It's going to be hard to raid the core economy here now, even deleting the walls on the stone here, deleting the wall over here as well. Second stable is up for Manu, but we need a response to the pike investment here, and the range is up. The Japanese cavalry archers on the menu now. We don't have bloodlines yet, surprisingly enough, but the option's certainly there with the 2 stables up. Woodline gets another Logan camp up here. That's on 50% discount for the Japanese. All the resource drop-off spots, so you save some wood throughout the entire game that way. Redock has been made by Manu here, but will LL spot it? It's sneakily to the side. It's a horrible dock in terms of fishing, though. Not lots of deep fish to be taken here. Kelt DTC, not yet. Not yet. Kelt make DT. And turned out to become surprisingly passive this game. LL completing the walls here, has the naval control, has not spotted the redocking. That's like almost the last spot to look here. Oh, good spot of Manu to see that stray villager going places she doesn't belong here. She's probably just scouting. I don't know what's going on here, but not... She's up to no good. She's... Okay, maybe she's trying to tower this woodland. She's not gonna succeed. Are we gonna see Wold Raiders here? The castle is up. Scorpion is out. That's good defense against the cavalry archers here. She's Trinity. Yeah. And she didn't learn how to dodge projectiles, unfortunately. Only Neo can do that. Chosen one. So, at this point I don't think there's any reason for LL to sit behind with army anymore. Just send the pikes out. Scorpion could still stay defensively against the cav archers, Japanese cav archers. Matrix 4 hype indeed. Looking forward to that. I love this from Manu. That does give away that Manu has redocked somewhere, so LL should definitely try and scout for where that dock might be. But with the help of this fire galley, until Manu can snipe it, there's a chance that an opening can be made for the cav archers to run in and raid here. But it's a choke point, so the pikes could just run over here and stop this aggression as well by staying too close to the cav archers. Ooh, cav archers taking out fire galleys here now. Oh yeah, almost. Yeah, here come the pikes. And Woodland moving his way as well, so as not to die to the... Excuse me. To the cav archers here. I like the increase of cav archers numbers. Manu is definitely stabilizing here. Actually established an actual villagers lead here. However, LL with more fish. Actual villager count well ahead for Manu with slightly better eco upgrades as well, having had to invest into farms after losing the fish eco. Water ballistics coming in, which means the cav archers will fire more accurately as well. Could be that Manu can turn this around, because LL is sandwiched in the corner here. Dropping more TCs, of course, yes, but Manu has 80% of the land map at this point. Alright. Cav Archers just pulling away, nothing to see here. Galley is out from Manu. Manu's actually taking back water here. Another Japanese stock going up. Is Manu going to reclaim water here? I see a monk popping out as well. Not sure what that's gonna do. Maybe in preparation for a Celt Siege push here. If you get redemption monks out as the Japanese, the Celt Siege push will be less efficient. Manu has 3 fish back out, gonna lose them again though, but somehow kind of fighting back for water here. I guess LL noticed and is making some upgrades again. LL now back on the woodland here. We could... I guess you can't TC here because of the hill, otherwise that would be an option. Oh, another castle right next to the... Okay, slowly claiming back map control here, I guess. This LL isn't doing themselves any favors here, because 2 castles basically protecting almost the same area here, and then this area is slightly exposed. Yeah, Japanese fishing ships, they work, what is it, 15% faster or something? So having them work at all, that's quite juicy. Looks like the dock is going down though, so no more fish eco for Manu, but the food income has paid off here. Here comes the Imperial Age for Manu, and we have stolen off for a castle soon, which means that these defensive castles will be trapped down. I'm certainly favoring Japanese here. LL playing it too passively, too defensively. A bit hesitant to expand while having the army momentum. That's a lot of Cav Archers given away to Castle Fire though, so not loving that from Manu there. That's a mistake from the purple player. But look at how Manu is claiming the map on land here. Can't really control water, but LL has been investing more to take it back. 11 Paragallis, that's just ridiculous at this point against Manu's 2 or 3 docks maximum. It's an overcommitment. It's an overcommitment. Look at Manu is not lying on the back foot here. This is a very aggressive castle, not even hiding it away. It's right next to a house here, so LL could stop it with the scorpions, I think. Here comes the reaction. But Manu could, of course, pull more villagers from the farms just to get this castle up. Imperial Age is 1 minute away, and if this castle goes up, bye-bye defensive castle for LL, and a free passage for the Cav Archers to raid the field player to death. And some Cav Archers could go down to the Scorps now, but LL kinda has to choose between taking out the castle, villagers building the castle, or taking out the Cav Archers. So that's a bit of a tough one to decide. I think you have to focus villagers. Is it just going to accept that this one goes up? I mean, seeing Imperial Age kick in now, LL should immediately sell the stone, buy food, go Imperial Age, and try to salvage 1 castle so he can contest the Trap War here. I think that's exactly what he did, actually. Or maybe he had food enough. But Imperial Age for LL as well. Rushed that upgrade maybe a little bit. No tribes in queue for Manu yet, so that's a pressure. Oh wait, it's in queue, never mind. L could just delete that house and kill both villagers and Cav Archers. Yeah, I guess you could, yeah. Guess you could. How many Cav Archers now? 22 Cav Archers, Bloodlines in, of course, defense upgrades in as well. Only missing the last defense upgrade for Imperial Age, and that you don't really need to stress that. But that could lead to MBL house after 10 minutes. I think that's worth the risk if you stop a castle from going up. Better to have a castle dropped on the woodline than Then getting housed, sure. So, LL... Home base being breached here, market goes down as well. It makes it a bit awkward to tweak the economy. Though still has resources in the bank, has food, has gold. Or are we losing the... Where's the MTC? It's over here. So that's fine. Quite healthy economy in the Imperial Age, but not necessarily the economy that LL will want to have. As the Celts, with the siege being one of the strong suits. Conserving the Scorpions here, I like that. The Cow Archer mass isn't necessarily the most... The craziest currently. The pikes could become halbs with the resources, sell a bit of food, and you get the halberdier upgrade. And again, Celt's infantry moves 15% faster, so it's easier, slightly easier to catch up with the cav archers as well. But Manu is showing solid army control here as well to always defend the trebs and stay close to the offensive castles here. So cancel food, lost the market. Good point. And that's not a market, that's university, so no market tweaking possible, but did mine enough gold to go for Halb here now. Again, good army control for LL as well, not to dive into fights unnecessarily here. Is Heavy Cow Archer in? Manu definitely has stabilized this game and takes out TCs, takes out castles. With these two castles down, I think that's GG for double L here. Yeah, worst thing to happen on Nomad is being cornered. That's why I wanted to see the first LL castle a little bit more forward with the 9-10 pikes to defend that. I think Manu would struggle to stop that if the castle went up here or even right in the economy with military to back it. But playing passively and when sandwiched in the corner like this, it backfires, even if you have the naval control. And looking at the disposition of purple placement across the map here as well, it's not easy for LL to relocate anywhere. Military size is comparable, villager size, villager numbers also somewhat comparable. There's siege workshops in the back here. Scorpions, they are more... You get more Scorpions, you get more bang for the buck for Scorpions than you do for Onager, right? For Mangonel Onager. So I think Scorpion makes the most sense here, easier to mass. We have 7 or 8 of them, but the Cav Archer mass, it's growing. It's 37 Cav Archers now for Manu. One castle going down, maybe the next one as well. Ramps in front of Scorpions, certainly. Castle goes down for Manu actually, but just immediately replaces it a tiny bit further back. 3 Trebs still alive, 2 Trebs for double L. Heavy Scorpion is in. And Halb's serving as the meat shield in front of the Scorpions, that helps as well. That's confidence right there, rebuilding the castle almost in the same spot as before. And Heavy Cav Archers outnumbering the Scorpions big time here, they're going down. There it is. GG is called, Manu takes the first win. Quick look at the stats and then we hop into game number 2. $67 for the 4KD, some more kills for the Japanese here. Good raids, good movement to the Cav Archers. 10k more resources in the end. So only, or biggest mistake, arguably, from Double L here was to not try to expand earlier. The first castle was a bit too defensive, given the situation right there, right then, but obviously you can't see what the opponent is up to, so it probably felt too risky at that point for Double L. Manu didn't lose a single villager, actually. Did lose fishing ships, obviously, but not villagers. Let's find game 2. Quick look at the draft as well, by the way. Japanese take the win, and Celts lose. I have a feeling Manu will save Malians for a potential decider game, unless Manu wants to close it out now with Malians, but I'm seeing Koreans. Let's just say Burmese Berbers just for the fun of it. But we'll see what's the next one here. Burmese Vikings. Ooh, that should be bad news for the Burmese, actually. But let's see how it plays out. Manu with the Burmese, LL with the Vikings. So double L here, hopefully getting a little bit better kickoff to the game this time. Looking for the perfect TC location here. Finds a woodland and berries. Perfect, that's great. Free food right next to TC. Bit awkward wood collection, but that food is gonna come in handy if, yeah, no matter what. If you struggle to find boars, you'll still have the food source right next to TC. Manu in the middle of 2 woodlands here. That's pretty nice as well. And the dock going up over here. Where's the Vikings dock? Down south. So we have a bit different scenario than the previous game here. The docks are further away, so it will require more scouting. Okay. Will we see FC from Vikings? I don't think we'll see anything because this replay seems to be bugged. It's a new bug. Okay, yeah. Oh, pity. Happened with the silly. No, that happened with the 3v3 fighters set as well. Alright, I guess we'll have to move on and hopefully get to see the last game here. But I do know for a fact that Double L won this one. So that means that the Vikings took the win. Berbers taking the loss. And for the last one we had Malians versus Berbers or Poles. Berbers making the most sense in my opinion, but I might be wrong here. Malians Poles. Interesting. Dennis will be happy to see the Poles picked for Nomad. I played them for my Nomad tournament set earlier, Dennis, and I won with the Poles. So you can be proud of me for that. Malians for Manu here. Malians, they save wood on all wood buildings, so you could place a house, dock, and afford a fishing ship and town center immediately. Nice spot here, right on stone and on the woodline, but very close to the shoreline. That could backfire if LL takes the naval control. Meanwhile, topside LL is the same situation here. A couple of villagers spawning north, so you want to bring 2 villagers to build a TC, but it's also next to the shoreline, so whoever wins the water control here has the opportunity to deny lots of land economy from the water with war galleys in the castle age, for example. Manu down south here with the Malians also gets a head start to the economy with the instant fishing ship, but is Manu gonna get housed here? Nope. Has the house up, so that's no problem. 3 deep fish right next to the dock. That's a nice dock, but Double L's dock even better here with lots of deep fish within the range of the initial dock for the poles. Poles gain gold from mining stone, so actually you don't really need to mine gold to make any gold heavy aggression. You could put, for example, 4 villagers on gold, and you'll bring in 4 villagers on stone, and you'll bring in gold equivalent to 2 gold miners, and which in return means you'll be able to pump out some galleys from your docks through stone mining only. It's obviously a bit slower since the stone miners. You get 50% return for the stone miners, and I still need to mine the stone to give you gold bonus, but it's an option if you want to do a fast castle and still only focus on stones. So fast castle drop with the pulse still gives you the gold to drop the to go to castle age while collecting the stone to drop the castle. So looks like Double L found a boar here. Same with Manu has found one boar. We'll likely spot the other one here as well as the sheep passes by. There we go. Nice spot. Good potential dock spot down south here. Second dock for Manu as well. Lots of deep fish here to be taken. So that's going to be convenient for the later game. Looks like the fishing ship investment is about similar here. So maybe not that huge of a head start to the fish for the Malians. Both see... Nope, Double L is queuing more fish here. Going to drop the 6th one, we'll have to retask those. Here we go. Good awareness there. As the hunt is being brought in here, no player going to the fuel age just yet. Manu just clicked at 22 pop, suggesting either heavy land aggression instantly or simply trying to claim some naval advantage here. Didn't scout anything along the shorelines yet. 4 on gold. I think it suggests the naval investment here. Only one dock though, and for both players in fact. With Double L going up at 25 pop here, 25 builders. Idle tease time a bit higher as well, so that's a good head start to the fuel age for Manu. 1 minute 10 seconds roughly to lead. Full on stone investment for the Poles here, no gold mining at all. Could be that LL is looking at the fast castle approach here, the boar about to complete, but if the fish gets contested this early by Manu, which seems to be the case, that is going to set back the Poles' castle age approach quite a bit. Again, Double L is in a spot that could easily be cramped up and cornered here like the first game. While Manu, similar situation, but has the lead here in terms of military advancement and will be claiming the water. That's going to take a long while to find the dock all the way over here though, so Double L still has some time to get going here, long distance, getting the shore fish as well, making the villagers useful. Oh, Manu has a villager all the way up here, that's funny. Wanted to dock the north side, possibly. And, oh, pulls the villager over to the fire galleys. That's brilliant. One versus one here. Oh, maybe I need to slow it down a bit now. 1 versus 1 fire galleys here. Only 5 fish for LL, but also barely not working, in fact. So that's 5 idle fish for Double L here. Neither player wants to commit to that fire galley fight, although LL has a slight advantage. Will be winning this one. Has the villager for potential repairs here, so they pulls it back again. No? Are you just patrolling here, or what? That's patrol. More fire galleys coming though, and I don't think Double L sees that. Here they come. Manu now with still only 5 fish contesting water, but not making more fishing ships here. Committing to naval armies, 5 fire galleys against 6 fish. Again, feels like an overinvestment again here. And, oh, might get a villager snipe here, in fact. Nope, good reaction from LL here. Now 2 versus 2, but this one is weak. So if Manu's attention is on point, this should be alright. Repair villager, not at their deal's disposal anymore here. And the fight gets lost. Not chasing the fish, but without a dock you won't have any place to drop off the fish anyway. And you'll have to redock, something that LL might be planning here. More fire galleys coming in as well to snipe the fish. That's a good spot by Manu again here. Well, LL making use of the stone being mined here to stonewall the sides. Blacksmith Market up for Manu. LL sees that, must know that Manu is on the way to the castle age here. And with a superior economy, I have to say. But Poles, potential for defensive castle. The folwark is up, and once you place farms around this within the range limit of the folwark, you get an instant food trickle of 10% of the farm's worth or something as well. Oh. 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 Yeah, she's dead. Chick fight. Four fish still alive, so I like how LL is keeping those up here and arguably idling Manu a little bit here. However, it's 35 to 32 villagers. This is hurting Double L more than it's hurting Manu. Are we going to see some quick wall action here? Tries to find a corner to pop up that quick wall. Also, could actually flee here with the villager. And then block the teal villager with the purple villager with the fishing ship, but you'll need to see that and so as an option. Yeah, I guess she's going down. But fun thing is that Poles, they regenerate hit points, so this is going to take Manu forever with LL keeps running here. This is look at that, 16. Not easy to will fight Poles, and we're seeing it in practice here, as the defensive castle comes up for LL as well, right on the production of Manu here. So Manu is not going to have an easy entry where the production is. In fact, everything is everything is trapped here from Manu. But there's still a villager here. However, that villager won't be able to do much more easily here with that castle going up. How's the villager situation? She's still at... She's actually at higher HP now. She has 19. She just keeps running. I mean, if LL gets a wheelbarrow ahead of Manu here, LL is going to run away and regenerate this villager and never actually lose it. Oh, but that's oh, I don't know the English word for it. I can't recall, but blind spot, blind road. Oh, quick wall, quick wall. Nope. And we're regenerating. She gets hit points boost from workouts, this woman. 19, 20. Castle is up. Still running away. Castle going up for Manu as well. Yeah, good spot. And claiming some gold here, allowing for TC spots on either side here, almost protecting this stone as well. And these guys are just going to fight for the rest of the game, aren't they? I mean, Teal, to be fair, isn't fighting back. Teal is only running away and regenerating. But if Teal ever gets to regenerate back to 40 hit points, Teal could fight, of course. Oh, delete the wall and go here. Lure this purple woman into the castle fire. That's the way. That's the way to go. Oh, she's gonna die. Oh, she's stuck again. Will Manu finally get the kill? One more hit. No. Okay, she did. A great villager. They run across the whole freaking map here. So, similar to the first game, Double L is sandwiched up in a corner again. I think Manu is happy to see this situation, even if the production gets a bit compromised here by the castle. Still able to pump out so one knight here, maybe be able to break out when eventually. One very forward builder could add some siege or something and push from this side. And again, this castle, yeah, it protects this TC, but the folwark here is very exposed, and Manu is in full control of the naval situation. I'd say get a couple of war galleys out and idle all of these farms with the range of the war galleys. Maybe just one war galley would be enough here. And you'd have to make sure to not send it from this direction, but from the southeast direction, so as you don't lose it to castle fire. It's the late Castle Age tower rush from Manu here, and Teal doesn't seem to mind. Just happily booming away here, double L to get some more knights out. No bloodlines. First defense is in, however. 3 TCs now for Manu, establishing a solid villagers lead here. Does have 11 fish. What's the actual villager count is 10 ahead as well, so Manu definitely bringing in more resources here. Almost snipes the tower, but actually doesn't snipe it in time here. This guy has been pounding away at the house for the last 10 minutes. Finally finding a way to break through. While Double L finds themselves victim to the mighty Poles Knights here. Geppettos growing in numbers here. There's only one castle producing now, but they produce rather quickly. And Manu taking full, what should I say, advantage of the map here to now what? Taking full advantage of the fact that LL is sandwiched up north here. Will even take out Knights. I think Knights still don't have Bloodlines, it's 20 seconds away, but if they get close to the Geppettos, of course the Geppettos lose the fight in the end. Good trades here, I'd say, though, because the Geppetto are cheaper than Knights after all. They could use the range here to get maximum advantage in the fight against Knights, and now they're running away. They're actually running almost as quickly as the Knights. So, so annoying to deal with Knights with Geppettos, or deal with Geppettos with Knights, rather, because the Geppettos almost have almost the same speed. So I'd say LL is defending nicely here. Walls in the stable as well as the castle is taking it out. The eco situation, however, is concerning. If you want to pump out that cheap Poles cavalry, you need to have a solid economic boom to support it. And that's being punished by Manu here big time. Still no sign of any war galley to the side here. But to raid the Folwark, I mean, so I'm missing a bit of that range approach, but here come the Geppettos to raid instead, and they're gonna make quick work of that wall. You can't even quick wall behind here because the Geppettos have 5+0 range. So full Malian Geppettos here, Manu preferring sort of a masterpiece here, I have to say. Are we going to see another castle? I think LL wants to drop another castle now around this area to get claim some map control back here. But Manu wants a word in here as well. Dangerous close to that Imperial Age click. Actually could even tweak the economy a bit here with the market, Manu, if need be, and get that to Imperial Age and start pushing for it. Ooh, that's a forward castle from LL now, who actually knows there's a castle behind there. It seems awfully risky. Looks like that Pole's cheaper knight technology might be in here as well. Good chunk of knights here to protect this castle, but also lots of villagers building it. So I guess this castle does go up here. The knights are chasing and increasing, growing numbers as well. 12 knights out here for double L. Articles Paul's gonna recover here. Manu has a castle forward here to pump out more Geppettos, getting a lead to Imperial Age as well. Something that's where Poles will struggle, because Imperial Age not really their strength. They let me see in the last cavalry armor, so even if they get access to dirt cheap cavaliers, they can't really make full use of them. Molins do have arbalests as well, which is something Poles will struggle against, unless they make their own arbalests. And there's not really any economy for a tech switch for LL up here. So, how's the Geppetto situation here? Imperial Age will unlock Elite Geppetto as well, as Double L tries to stonewall the aggression out here. Geppettos get out safely and survive the pressure here. That castle is doing work as well, and as long as the Poles are mining stone, they get gold access as well. It's slow but steady trickle here for double L. Geppetto numbers still increasing though, and we're just half a minute away from the Imperial Age here from Manu. Also has a much healthier economy here, 40 villagers total. Slight military lead even, but that could change quickly with the Poles. Cheap knights, but currently double L isn't taking us another castle at a very defensive spot here, but this one makes... If not for the fact that Manu just reached Imperial Age, this castle makes sense because it covers the main stone here. Manu has 12 fishing ships still bringing in food as well, which is not to be discouraged here. Plus 2 defense and bloodlines is in for these knights, so they can dive underneath TCs. But as the Geppettos come over again, they will risk losing the fight here. Yeah, it gets a few knights more or less for free here, but also good work of LL to idle quite a bit of DC time here. 2 stables producing for the Poles player, 36 military, and Imperial Age from Manu here. Seems to have a more stable eco balance rolling here as well. And now could actually dive on the Geppettos. I think it's worthwhile here to take out a lot of Geppettos here, force Manu into a switch here. A trebuchet in the queue, which means that the castles of Double L are in danger here, but losing the main group of the Geppettos, also not a great sight here. It should be fairly easy to replenish them though, unless Manu now wants to make a switch into cavalry here and start raiding with Marimba, Light Cav and Cavaliers here. That's certainly an option as well. And speaking of raids, there's some Geppetto raiding up here. This fall work has been rendered useless, and builders going down left and right. 2217 KD in the eco department. Manu slightly positive on the KD side here, and the knights will focus down these Geppettos, but they've certainly proven their value up north. That one castle likely to be lost for LL here. Look at that stone diminishing at a ridiculous rate here. Only 2 traps pushing, but that's lots of stone going down while LL can't mine stone either. Has 7 builders of gold. That's actually, if Schlachta privileges is in for the Poles, that's not a disaster. You'll still be able to pump out the knights. However, it's 15 knights not producing anymore for double L here, and this castle will eventually go down as the stone access is completely lost. Manu wants to drop another castle over here, while Teal drops the Folwarks, so that castle foundation can't quite go up. There's one stray Geppetto over here, but it's just gonna, I think Manu's just gonna drop an in-your-face castle here and send some army to accompany it. Gold, stone diminishing here, LL losing basically all of the resources here. Yes, still has defensive castles at home, but economy very much fragile now, idled a lot here. Worker efficiency down to 52%. Sends the knights in here, so this castle gets stopped, but oh, and this castle stays up somehow for LL, but there's the stone, it's done. Camel is in for Manu. I guess we might see Heavy Camel eventually as well, but that's a good switch against the Poles at this point, given the eco situation of Double L here. And we're not giving up on this castle. Manu really wants this castle up. It's an important one to deny lots of folwark food income here, but once you place the farms around the folwark, you actually pull out 10% of the food instantly. So that's an instant food spike for your civilization to benefit. 10 knights left for Double L here, nothing on wood, 26 on food. Questionable gather rate here. This castle did stay up, it's still being repaired, but in the end that turns out to be a 2-1 for Manu in a nice display of Malian's unique unit here with the Geppettos. LL unfortunately again getting sandwiched up in the corner. Yes, that's the Castle Age unique text. Is fairly early for LL there, so these knights were cheap all the time. And then the APN chart to show it in the end. Lots of action. You can see the emphasis on build tree, that there's huge stuff happening. Some eco management as well in the end to get those folwark rolling. GG.